Hello and welcome back to Nightly Nerds. I'm Tote.
And I'm Ginger.
And we're playing
Pokemon
FireRed.
So yeah, so that little tree right there, the little weird looking one that looks like two penises.
Yeah.
You need a hidden move to cut through that. It's called cut. To get you know.
You need
or
to cut through it called cut.
Yeah. Or
You have to fight that guy.
when you get into a trainer's line of sight during their, you know,
They'll move towards you.
they'll move towards you.
So I just talked about that Matt Mundane guy, right?
Yeah.
Or Mundane Matt, or whatever the hell his name is.
Oh, you're not gonna go on for another 13 minutes.
Oh, I am. Here we go. So there's another guy named Philip Mewson. Philip Mewson.
DeFranco. That's the guy I was thinking of like weeks ago.
Oh.
Sorry. He's
Philip Mewson or something like that.
You've been watching a lot of H3 productions, and
Oh, okay. Yeah. He was on.
Philip DeFranco is like a major person attached to that, and I freaking love his opinion.
Yeah. I like H3 a little bit. And not a whole lot, but what is it? They have a good guest on their podcast, and so I want to watch it because the good guest is on. And I do also appreciate Ethan and his wife, Hila, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Hila, I think it is. But anyway, so I want to see what they have to say about these next couple ones. I don't watch them regularly. I just catch their. They do they have their regular podcast and they have their highlights. I watch the highlights.
I just noticed that our Nightly Nerds channel is like flooded with H3 stuff.
Okay, because I've been watching a lot of it. Because I'll watch it that's what I do when I'm rendering and then uploading. I just watch YouTube because I can't really play games on the computer when I'm doing that because I'm using all my processor and or uploading using my bandwidth. But I can watch YouTube. But I don't want to play like Fortnite because then I'll have lag.
Yeah.
Not too much, but just a little bit. But anyway. So there's a guy, Philip Mewson, and he was a editor and writer for IGN, also did YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Well, he did a video. I don't remember all the details, but he did some video and a post for IGN recently, and someone goes, "I've seen this before." And so they looked into it and they found the original post, and he basically just plagiarized the whole thing. Oh goodness! Changed a few details and rearranged some words. Add a little flourish. He basically just went, "I'll add an adjective before nouns and it'll be mine now," or add a few adverbs before a few verbs and it's mine now. But it was basically word for word almost the same, or virtually the same. Bam. And it was like, oh, whoa. And so they busted him on it, and he did this like kind of fake apology, but not a real apology, and more like, "I'm sorry this thing happened, blah blah blah, it wasn't intended, da da da." Never apologized to the person he stole from. Yeah. He just kind of wished them the best. And then people were like, okay, so then people started digging into all his stuff. And it was just like video and post or whatever after another, one after another of these things, not necessarily all videos. I think some of them were just articles. Yeah. Where he just basically stole it from other people. So they just started finding other people's articles and stuff and just comparing them side by side. And it was just like one after one after one after, it just stole everything. It was all plagiarized. Goodness. Like the dude's whole career was all a lie. He would just find another review on a game, but games he didn't even play probably. Find a review and then repost it and change some details so it was his review, but he didn't really review it. Yeah. It's so bad, so bad. So of course now he's been fired and they're cleaning out all his stuff from IGN. I've used stuff on IGN, but I'm not subscribed to it or use that website really. More like if I'm looking for information on a game and it's the site that happens to come up, I'd use it. But
IGN, a former Nintendo 64 website.
Yeah. So yeah, that dude's over. Yeah. It was so interesting, and what it reminded me of is there was a black gentleman who worked for like New York Times or something like that, like a big journal. Like a big
New Yorker?
New Yorker. No, not the New Yorker, like a big newspaper or something back east. And he was basically, that's what he was doing. He was just plagiarizing other people's stuff or making stuff up and putting it in these articles and, excuse me. And of course, eventually got caught. And then I think he blamed, what is it called? When they give you a job because of your race?
Oh, I have no idea. Diversity?
But there's a word for it. Frick, I can't even think of it. Affirmative action. Oh, okay. He blamed affirmative action because he was like, I should never gotten to this point I only got here because I'm black and they wanted a black guy, so I had to lie. It was really interesting. And of course, again, it all comes down to he's bipolar, depressed, not narcissistic, but a compulsive liar and things. And he was really intelligent and he was really good, but he wasn't quite as good as he came across because he lied and cheated and worked. And it's just so interesting. These guys get caught up in this lie and they just keep going and going and going, and they can't stop. And there's a movie, actually. It's probably the best role. Was it Hayden Christensen who played Anakin?
Oh, yeah.
There's a movie he did where he plays this reporter who basically lies about everything. He'll say like, oh, okay, I went to this convention and I got in with these people and I was in this hotel room. There was an orgy and all this stuff. And, and this big deal. And they raped this girl and blah, 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 blah. And so they would write the report. They'd do the report on it. Because he would keep it all anonymous because I had to keep my sources safe, Yeah. And it was all lies. He never went there.
Yeah.
It never happened. And he did it story after story after story. And he finally got busted when he did this one about this hacker who apparently hacked some government stuff in this big company. And he did it so good that they offered him this huge contract and he's going to be making $1 million and he's like 14 years old. Well, so this tech news either magazine or paper, or they were part of a paper and that was their thing. They got their boss like, how come you guys don't know about this kid? Find it, because he was mad at them. And as they dug into it, they realized this kid doesn't exist. So they started sending the head editor of this newspaper. They started sending stuff to our magazine, started asking him questions. So he started asking the guy questions, and eventually it unfolded that every story he'd ever written and for this publication was all lies.
What? Nittery is evolving.
Is it Nitto Queen or is it Nitto King?
Nope.
What is it? Nidorino? Nidorano? Wait, do we have both? Or we have one?
No, we only have one.
All right, I couldn't remember.
We have the male version.
I'm caught up in plagiarism. Huzzah!
Enter Nidorino.
Nidorino!
And it's Nidorino.
I totally didn't know there was Nidorino. Yeah. I just said it because it made sense to me.
Yep.
I may have seen it. I'm not going to claim 100%, but I really didn't know it was Nidorino. I might have heard the word before. Is that a...
Hi, I'm not a Pokemon. I'm a Pokemon. No, I'm not. Call me Bill. I'm a true blue Pokemaniac. Hey, what's with that skeptical look? No, I'm not joshing you, lady. I screwed up with an experiment and got combined with a Pokemon. How about it? Help me out here.
That's crazy.
Wait until I get inside the teleporter.
What is that Pokemon? That type?
Clefairy.
Clefairy. Clefairy. Clefairy. Right, they all say their name. Or Clefairy. They say Clefairy.
Yeah, it's Clefairy.
Clefairy?
No.
Hey, there he is. Where's the Pokemon, though? Did he get vaporized?
Dead.
I watched part of that dorkly thing you sent me with the
great.
Pokemon. Every year, thousands of tartar Pokemon aren't chosen. And he just kills it. That was horrible.
It's Dorkly's... It was a because
compilation of their darkest stuff.
And I'm just like, I love this. All right, so we need to talk to him because we need to get a ticket on a cruise ship.
Ah.
Part of plot. Don't know why. It just is.
Just is. Well, so anyways. But yeah, it's that whole plagiarism thing. And I went to an art school, and that's a big problem there. And it was any school, really. I have like this kind of... How can I say it? If you're in a class like let's say you're trying to be a mathematician, but in your state it requires whatever your state is, history class.
Yeah.
And you have to write a report for that class, and you clip a few articles here and there, and you get away with it. I don't give a fuck, because you're trying to get through the class. You don't care. It's wrong, yeah, but I don't care. Personally, I don't care. I wouldn't necessarily do it, but I don't care if you did it. But when you're like, I'm going to be a journalist and you do it, or if I'm an artist and I start stealing other people's art, that's when it's like, what, and trying to pass it off as your own, like for accolades.
When you're a creator, basically, you never want to, especially because you'll burn yourself. Oh
yeah, you'll totally. I mean, this is what happens to these people. Their careers get destroyed. And some of them are actually good too. Like they'll be good at what they do, but they get like, I don't know, probably like I say, I think depression is part of it.
Yeah.
And they have their own problems, and maybe they get caught in a deadline or they procrastinate, so they end up stealing something.
Horsey.
Horse C, really?
Well, it was translations back then were really, really bad.
No, I know, but they probably just. I mean, that's probably not what it was in Japan per se, but that's what they used when they translated English to give it a cute name.
Here's gonna be your favorite Pokemon. Oh, actually, sorry, I didn't mean.
Pikachu.
Boink.
The tongue? Is that a tongue?
Yeah, it's a tongue.
Shelder.
Yep.
Oh, if we should capture one and we could name him Sheldon.
No. We're going to capture one. We're going to evolve it, and then it's going to be your favorite Pokemon.
Oh.
Because it's Cloyster.
The
and it
drunken
looks
clam.
like a vagina.
It does. Is it sideways and everything?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Oh, cool.
And it has a spike.
I'm ready to die.
It has a spike coming out of the top.
Oh.
So yeah. It's everyone's favorite.
Is this a
joke.
gym? Is that Misty?
That's Misty.
Up
But we're not
there?
fighting Misty yet. We're fighting the interim.
Ah.
The interim trainers, so I can get a little extra experience for Pikachu.
But anyways, yeah, back to plagiarism. Like, it's a huge deal in anytime you're creating things, there's always someone who, for different reasons, they're all still, there's reasons but not excuses for stealing stuff.
Yeah.
But I think the worst is when someone just steals something and just flat out wants to take full credit for it.
Yeah.
Whether it's monetary or whatever. And that got me down this other, I could start going down this rabbit hole of this. Because it really does interest me. It's not necessarily what their crime, it's like, how do they get to that point?
Yeah, right?
Like, because they get to a point when they're lying so much, they can't keep it straight. And it makes me uncomfortable when I watch them as they're trying to lie. Because, like, and we're in a room and you're like, everyone in the room knows you're lying. We all know, us watching on whatever it is, we all know you're lying. Quit lying.
Yeah.
Just admit it and let it, they can't. But, oh no, you have to fight her.
No, I'm just.
Oh.
It's about time to end this episode.
Oh, it's about time
So
to end this episode.
I was giving you time to.
Well, I'll keep going. We'll continue our plagiarism talk into the next episode of Nightly Nerds. As always, I'm Tote.
And I'm Ginger.
And we'll catch you guys next time.
Bye-bye. Hey, did you like that video?
Well, if you did, click the box on the right for another.
Click the box on the left for a playlist.
Of course, you could always just subscribe by clicking the link in the middle.
Come find us on social media.
There are links in the description below.
Don't be afraid to leave us a comment.
Thanks for watching. I'm Tote.
I'm Ginger. See you then.
Bye.